As a country undergoing remarkable development, Rwanda is being hailed as the miracle of Africa. However, the country experienced genocide in the mid-1990s. 800,000 to 1 million Tutsis and moderate Hutus were murdered during the chaos of conflict. Radio played a major role in the incitement of violence. The two radio stations in Kigali, the capital, repeatedly called for the killing of another ethnic group.
hari radiyo yitwa Bayiriteremu yari iri Kigali ihora ivuga ngo umwanzi nguyu iruhande rwanyu ngo yaduteye.
The media can become an inflammatory presence in this manner.
国際社会、特にドナーコミュニティで政治的な権力に影響を受けない独立したメディアを作らなくちゃいけないという認識がだんだん広がってきました。で加えて紛争影響国でない場合でしても健全な民主国家を維持するためにメディアの役割は非常に大きいと。権力を監視する意味で大きいということで JICA はその紛争予防の視点とそれと民主主義の成熟のためにメディア支援をしています。
The existence of a free media is essential for conflict prevention. In the Kosovo conflict, violent clashes between ethnic groups resulted in citizens falling victim to massacres and air attacks, and produced hundreds of thousands of refugees. Even now, some 2 decades after the end of the conflict, the wounds left by persecution and destruction still run deep. Antagonism still exists between the Albanians and Serbs residing in the country. This was the situation in Kosovo in 2015 when JICA commenced a project to build capacity for RTK, a public broadcaster. It started with a conflict prevention perspective described as how to demonstrate the sound influence of the media.
旧ユーゴスラビア紛争が広がっていって最終的にボスニアとかああいうところで散々な、コソボも含めてですけど、犠牲者が出たという状況に立ち至った背景にはやっぱりメディアの果たしたですね非常に負の役割っていうのは極めて大きくてお互いを非難中傷するっていうそういうものが放送だっていうことでニュースとして広く流れたわけですよね。でそれによって非常にお互いのこれまで共存してきた民族が憎悪を煮えたぎらせてですね殺し合いするっていう状況に至った。
RTK is the sole public broadcaster in Kosovo. In the past, RTK broadcasted only in Albanian, the language used by the Albanian majority. In 2013, RTK2 was established as a channel for the Serb minority, and broadcasts in Serbian also began. This offered the first opportunity for Serbs to be employed by RTK. This is RTK1, which broadcasts in Albanian. RTK2 is located just slightly ahead, divided by a road. A divide also existed in the minds of the Albanian and Serb staff. It was at this time that JICA provided support for ensuring accurate, impartial, and fair reporting, as well as enabling program production that promoted dialogue between the two ethnic groups.
statements of officials.
The aim was for collaborative program production by the two ethnic groups.
Mentor Shala ex-previous general director will be.
我々プロジェクトの中で両民族が同じ番組を作りましょうと。2つのチャンネルのスタッフが同じ番組を作ることによって両方の民族の方に見ていただける番組を作る。でそれによって全ての国民に信頼されるような放送局を作ろうと。
Although the Albanian and Serb staff appeared friendly on the surface, there were, however, times when antagonism rose to the surface even over a single news comment. It was extremely difficult to bridge the gap between the two groups during the process of producing collaborative programs.
私たち日本人が中に入ってその2つの間に大げさですけども架け橋となるようなそういう役割っていうものが我々にあったんですけど、合宿をしましょうということでですね、それぞれRTK1 にそれぞれの民族から代表する記者たちディレクターたちをグループを作ってワーキンググループを作ってですね、具体的な番組作りそれからニュースのことを議論したりっていうそういう本来のそのワークショップ的なものに加えて当然一緒に食事をしたりレクリエーションというか運動したりとかっていうことがありますんで、そういうことを通じてやっぱり理解していくっていうことがとても大事だなっていう感じがしたんですね。
The In Focus News magazine show was born as a result of such repeated efforts. Two anchors, one a Serb and the other an Albanian, speak in their own language. Alternating subtitles in Albanian and Serbian appear on screen. This was the first attempt to provide simultaneous presentation by the two ethnic groups on the same program. In the beginning, they covered safe topics such as tourism and agriculture. However, as the distance between staff narrowed, more sensitive issues such as elections and politics started to be covered. The show is broadcast about once a month, and more than 40 episodes have aired to now.
I get a big feedback from the viewers. They are filming intros for the stories. They come up to us. We say, yes, we watch you too. It's a good thing that you speak Serbian and she speaks Albanian, and then we understand both of you.
Now, through this project, we are sitting together, we are discussing ideas together, and we are also working together. In this way, I think that we have managed to convince the audience that in Kosovo there is a free movement and the people can live together and reconcile gradually.
RTK's aim of achieving harmony between Albanians and Serbs through broadcasting was steadily bearing fruit. That was when an incident occurred. A grenade was thrown at the home of the Director General of RTK at the time. This is the RTK News reporting the incident. The call to produce collaborative programs had resulted in angering nationalistic activists. However, the Director General of RTK delivered a resolute message.
Dhe absolutisht nuk I friksohemi asnjë lloj kërcënimi për shkak se po konsiderojmë që jemi duke bërë punën tonë ashtu siç duhet.
To protect RTK's independence from such external pressures, JICA proposed establishing a consultative committee on programs. Media experts would check broadcast quality, ethics, and political neutrality. RTK staff readily agreed because they were already aware of the issue of external interference. A consultative committee on programs was established with both Albanian and Serb members.
ekziston një bashkëpunim në vetë radio-televizionin e Kosovës ndërmjet shqiptarëve dhe serbëve me qëllim të koordinimit të politikave redaktuese, me qëllim të bashkëpunimit për të kryer punë tjera. Prandaj kjo është një sukses i cili duhet të mirëmbahet më tutje, ndoshta përmes takimeve pak më të shpeshta, ndoshta
Maybe was a little bit skeptic at the beginning, some people, but with the years, with the time being, was better and better, of course. And now, after 6 years, we don't think so those barriers to be that big as before. And I think the JICA team helped us.
過去、現在を含めてですね、丁寧に公正に物事を判断して、番組作りをしていく、あるいはニュースを出していくっていうことが、これがやはりその公共放送、特にこういった地域の公共放送にはことのほかそれが求められているんだなっていうのが実感ですね。
Marco, who is anchored on In Focus, is building his home by hand. For the sake of the children, his hope is a bright future for Kosovo.
Today, in this time, it's very important for someone to hear the voice from the people and their needs and their problems to be solved and someone to hear that.
どの政治家からもプレッシャーを受けない、あるいは支配を受けないジャーナリズムを維持していくことがいかに重要かということを皆さんに意識されていますので、これからもメディアを通じて、健全な民主主義の確立のために頑張っていかれる、ジャーナリストもたくさん出てくることかと期待しています。
In Myanmar, the economy opened up rapidly, and a consumer economy started to emerge after the country's transition from military rule to civil administration in 2011. However, domestic media, which had been subject to a half-century of censorship, still has room for development in terms of its reporting. Amid increasing momentum for democratization, the Myanmar government is pursuing deregulation of news media. This is Myanmar Radio and Television, the state-owned broadcaster. MRTV is a huge broadcaster with over 2,000 employees and the widest coverage in Myanmar. From launch, MRTV had only broadcast news distributed by the state agency. This hampered the sufficient development of journalists who are capable of independent news gathering and reporting. As Myanmar moves toward a democracy, there is an urgent need for MRTV to be transformed from a state-run to public broadcaster. Since 2016, JICA has been delivering support to enable MRTV to provide citizens with accurate, impartial, and unbiased information.
ミャンマーはまだ国営放送なんですね。なので彼らはまだ情報省の職員ですし、公務員なんですね。だけれども、将来的に、MRTV として、独立した公共放送になりたいというふうに思っているわけです。公共放送というのは民放さんのようにですね、市場の影響、スポンサーの影響を受けることもなく、かつ政府の影響を受けることもない、国民が支える、中立的なかつ公平な報道ができるものになります。自立した公共放送局になれるような支援を今からやっているということです。
နောက်တစ်ချက်ကလည်းကျမတို့မြန်မာတန်တဲ့ရုံးမြင့်တန်ကြားရဲ့ဒါပါပဲရှင်ပြန်ကြားပေးဖို့ဒါပြန်ကြားပေးတဲ့ဆိုတာလည်းအားလုံးကိုသတင်းချက်လက်ဒီပေးဖို့ပေါ့နော်နောက်တစ်ခုကတော့ဒီ JICA နဲ့အခုကျမတို့ရဲ့ဒီစီမံကိန်းလေးကိုတော့ကျမတို့က MRTV Next လို့တောင်မှနာမည်ပေးထားပေါ့နော်ဒါ MRTV အနေနဲ့နောက်အနာဂတ်ပေါ့လေ Next ဆိုတော့ဆိုလို့ကျင်တာတော့ကျမတို့ကအနာဂတ်အနေနဲ့ဟိုဖြစ်ပေါ်လာမဲ့ MRTV ကိုဆိုပြီးတော့မှန်းဆပြီးတော့ဆောင်ရွက်ခဲ့တာပါ
With the aim of becoming a public broadcaster, MRTV is implementing on-the-job training for its staff with support from JICA. MRTV staff members make their own decisions on the topics to cover. Japanese experts then join in, offering advice on the actual news gathering and filming. Experienced Japanese journalists assist with program production, script writing, and interviewing methods, providing practical guidance.
"上からの命令に対しては絶対服従という形でこうずっと今までこうやってきているので、その中で言われたことを正しくやるというのが自分たちの義務というか任務ってよく言うんですけど、そういう捉え方をしているんで、それは報道機関じゃないですから、それぞれがいろんな考えを持って自分たちがその好きなように番組を作れるそういう環境を作り出さないといけない。
The preparation of broadcasting guidelines is also vital. They will serve as the principles to observe to become a public broadcaster. MRTV staff and JICA experts exchange opinions on reporting and program production methods, as well as the risk of spreading inaccurate information.
In our country, in Myanmar, most of the armed groups, they intend to attack and to destroy.
But have you ever heard the reason why they attack from them directly? No. Sometimes, so there are some like misunderstanding between the original source and then the intermediate, the source. So then what's happened is not appropriate, and then accurate information won't be corrected, right?
As the first step towards becoming a public broadcaster, a decision was made to incorporate live broadcasts, which cannot be censored in advance. JICA proposed to start by doing a live, local weather report that utilized a video call service. It was adopted as the weather segment of a news broadcast that starts at 7 a.m.
အရန်ကိုအားရကျင်းတဲ့ဇာတ်ကောင်းပါတယ်ဒီ MRTV ရဲ့သတင်းချိန်အများကြီးရှိတဲ့ဒါမှ8ချိန်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ထဲမှာဒီ Breakfast News ရဲ့မနက်9နာရီတိုင်းလိုက်တစ်ချိန်သာပဲတကယ်ဟိုကျင်းတတ်ပါတယ်ပြီးတော့ပြည်သူတွေရဲ့တုံ့ပြန်မှုကလည်းတကယ်အားရကျင်းတဲ့လောက်တဲ့အားပေးမှုမျိုးလည်းပြန်လည်ရရှိတဲ့အတွက်ကျင်းတတ်ပါတယ်
In the future, JICA would like to see live reports on disasters, as well as the formation of a speedy and accurate reporting structure. Efforts are also being made regarding program production. In the past, music, dance, and other events were broadcast as is, without any editing. That was MRTV's basic style. However, staff members now work hard under the guidance of Japanese experts to edit and produce their own high-quality programs. One of them is an English education program called Mingalabar English. The aim is to produce a program that has a wide appeal and helps familiarize both children and adults with English. Minso Win and his family are fans of this program. His 9-year-old son, who attends private English classes, looks forward to this show. JICA and MRTV also co-sponsor an annual program award ceremony. This has been introduced to enhance motivation for the production of good quality news and programs.
ထူးခြားတာတစ်ခုကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒီ JICA နဲ့ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်မှုပေါ့နော်ဒီဂျပန်နိုင်ငံကအစိုးရရဲ့ထောက်ပံ့ကူညီတဲ့ပူးပေါင်းဆောင်မှုကတော့ကျွန်တော်တို့ဒါဟိုနည်းပေါ့အတော်များများလေးထူးခြားပါတယ်ကျွန်တော်တို့ရဲ့နိုင်ငံရဲ့ဒီရုပ်သံလွှင့်ဒီ MRTV ကိုကျွန်တော်တို့အစိမ့်မြင့်တင်ပေးခြင်းဟာကျွန်တော်နိုင်ငံရဲ့ရုပ်သံလွှင့်လောကပေါ့နော် broadcast industry ကိုမြင့်တင်ပေးခြင်းနဲ့လည်း
自由に報道ができること、自由に皆さんが意見を言い合えることというのは民主主義を支える上で基本になります。公共放送を支援することによってひいてはですね自由な言論空間を確保して、それが民主化に支援民主化に資するということを目指しています。
JICA's media support, which commenced in 2010, is spreading globally. JICA also carries out training projects for television production staff from various countries, such as Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Tanzania. Participants study the nature of public broadcasters that are not influenced by the government or markets and learn about systems that protect the freedom of expression. This particular visit involved staff invited from the Public Broadcasting Company of Ukraine. They learned how live broadcasts work and visited NHK.
То есть те знания, которыми с нами делится JICA, это очень ценно для нас, и мы очень это ценим. Поэтому мне кажется, что самое ценное, что мы могли бы получать от JICA, это новые тренинги.
JICA-Net helped us in the board, such as the reporter's handbook, and then the roadmap for us to establish SLBC into a public broadcaster.
メディア支援は日本の民主化支援、法の支配、基本的人権といった普遍的価値の実現を目指す協力の一つの重要な柱であるというふうに考えております。今後も体制移行ですとか民主化を進めている国を中心にメディア支援を積極的に進めてまいりたいというふうに思っております。
Reporting accurate, impartial, and unbiased information to the people. Having the media fulfill their proper role helps enable a peaceful and secure society. It is this belief that underpins JICA's ongoing media support.